You know, folks, nothing better than working out in the barn, cranking up the radio, listening to some music, and working on something. Oh wait, can't hear it, and the tuner doesn't work very well on this radio. Oh well, no problem, we can solve that. Whip out your phone. Oh wait, auxiliary jack. But guess what? Phone doesn't have one. Newfangled iPhones. So we need to do something about that. Hello everyone, Randy here, and today we're going to be upgrading the sound system, or radio, whatever you want to call it. We'll just call this a radio, in the barn here. Good radio, by the way. For anybody who's looking for a nice little small radio like this tough box, been really nice. The only problem in here is in the barn, the reception is terrible, and plus it's not very loud. Now, I suspect the loudness actually has to do with the reception, not the fact that this isn't actually loud, because it is actually quite loud, just a reception issue. As long as it can receive the station pretty good, it's actually quite loud. It's just mainly reception and probably, due to the steel barn. So, that doesn't work. Next problem, you connect the phone to it. Well, like I mentioned there, iPhones, the new iPhones, do not have audio out jacks. Now you can get the adapter out and screw that. We got to do that for a different plan. So, here's the plan. We're going to up the amperage. And not only are we going to up the amperage, but we're going to up the size of the speaker. Okay folks, so here's the plan. Seeing as how the small radio worked so-so, decided to maybe try to find a nice, reasonable stereo system, some nice speakers. I quickly found out, looking on eBay, was kind of looking for some nice used stereos. Nice used stereos are not cheap. Even like if you go 30, 40, 50 years old. That stuff, folks, I mean, $350 for a 40-year-old stereo. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. I can buy a new one for the same price. So, I decided quickly that buying a good used stereo was out of the question, and instead decided to go with cheap stereo. So, hence, pile, 2,000 watts. Boy, there's some marketing there, I'm sure. And then a couple of cheap 500-watt speakers to go with said stereo. I had a couple of requirements. I wanted Bluetooth. Now, if those are wondering, well, wait a minute, why are you looking at 40, 50-year-old stereos then? Those don't have Bluetooth. That's fine, you can get Bluetooth adapters for them. So that was kind of my plan. It's like I'll find a nice used old stereo, put a Bluetooth adapter on it. But yeah, like I said, quickly found out good used old stereos, or even new used stereos, are not cheap. Very much not cheap. So again, like I said, decided to go with just plain cheap then. Hence the pile 2,000 watt, the P2002 ABTI. This does have actually Bluetooth built into it, so hence no need for Bluetooth adapter. However, from the reviews I read, the Bluetooth on it is so-so. So it sounds like we might need a Bluetooth adapter anyway. We'll see once we'll figure it out. There was some used stuff with this. I decided to end up going with new, for the simple fact if it doesn't work out like I want it to, I can return it. So that's, for those who wonder why I went new instead of used. It could have got used. I could have saved myself maybe 20, 30 bucks off this. And same thing with the speakers. I could have saved 20, 30 bucks. Again, decided to go with new. That way if I don't like it, I can return it easily. Hopefully anyway. So let's get this box open, see what's in here. And we'll probably just kind of test fit everything on the floor here a quick minute, make sure it works. And then we'll get it set up in the barn. Anyway, let's see what's in here. This appears to be a rack mount style. I don't know if it actually comes with that attached to it or not. We'll find out. They had a rack mount style and a non-rack mount style. The rack mount style was like 30 bucks cheaper, so hence rack mount style. Plus it actually had better reviews for some reason. All kinds of gizmos there. Yes, it does come with a rack mount on it. That's fine. Doesn't matter with me. And obviously working out the barn here, super quality audio wasn't high on the priority. I want it to sound halfway decent, but okay, notice it comes with an iPod dock, which is absolutely worthless. That is the old style. They haven't used that in like, what, 5 years now or something? Oh, we got an antenna on the back. Got some antennas in here, power cord, remote. Let's see, was there anything interesting? Yeah, some buttons and knobs up front. Anyway, we got 2 sets of speakers outs. That is something I wanted. Plus we got pre-outs and sub-outs. Input, really only 1 input, isn't there? Interesting. I thought there was more inputs on it. Well, that's fine. I don't think we have anything out here that'll even use those inputs, so not to worry about there. Oh, that's the Bluetooth antenna. Okay, I was gonna say. Interesting. Okay, we'll get this powered up here. We'll get some speakers set up, and let's see how it sounds. Okay, everyone, it seems like everything seems to work here. Again, these are 2-way speakers, and I think you can kind of hear it in them. They don't sound quite as rich as they should, but like I said, out in the barn, good enough, right? One thing I do notice, I tried the Bluetooth here, and I did notice, I heard a lot of people complaining about this. You get a little bit of noise in it, and I do notice that. When you turn the Bluetooth on, you're going to get some noise on these speakers. And it's not the speakers, by the way, it's the receiver here that is creating that noise. I can probably demonstrate. I don't know if you always can hear that or not, but when you put the phone close to it, you can hear it. Yeah, the phone is causing definitely some distortion there. But anyway, it seems to work. So now we need to get the speakers wired up in their proper places, get this mounted up somewhere. Haven't fully decided all that yet, but we're going to figure that out. Okay, everyone, after a couple of hours of work here, got some speaker mounts built in the barn here. The wire ran. We're ready to wire up the speakers and the receiver here. So yes, we ran some high quality Pile Link 12 gauge. Yes, this is 12 gauge. Notice, 250 feet, all gone. That's right. Can't believe I used that much wire, all 250 feet of it. Now, mind you, I was a little bit generous on the end, so that might be why. You know, I left a couple of extra feet on each end just to make sure I had enough. I do have to staple the wire up and all that good stuff yet. And ended up, for the last one, had to resort to my little roll. Just some 16 gauge. There's probably about 50 foot on this. I used that entire roll, and actually just a little short on that one. But don't worry, I plan on getting another roll of 12 gauge here. This stuff's cheap enough. And we'll replace the 16 gauge and put this back on the roll for another use sometime. So anyway, let's get the receiver here hooked up. We got the wires ran. So first off, we'll just split the wires here. Something like that. And I noticed it looks like this receiver takes the banana style plugs in it, or it can anyway. The speakers, from what I can tell, have to have the banana style plugs. So I've got a couple of them ordered as well, and we'll have to wait to install those. For now, I've just kind of had the wires clamped in there to get it to work. These wires do not want to cut well, by the way. Wow, that really did not want to cut well. That's actually should be enough. What I found, cut it once, flip it 90, cut it again, kind of work it off. And as far as left, right goes here, I don't know that really is going to matter in the barn. I guess for most places, this wire is going to the right side, so we'll put this on the right. And also, oh yeah, you can see it in the camera here. Mounted a shelf down below here. This is where the original small little radio sat. So just mounted a shelf underneath the bench here. Probably going to find some sort of cover to put across this. So hopefully no dust, or as little as possible, can enter there. Again, that's why I didn't want to put nothing good out here. Okay, let's flip it around. So we're looking at a rear, this will be the red wire. Like I said, it looks like you can put banana style plugs in here as well, or you can stick the wire back here and do it this way. Seeing as how I don't have banana style, we're doing it this way. And And then the other wire here, this is the 16 gauge. It's definitely a difference in size of wire. And this is all I have here, by the way, so like I said, it was a little short. But we're gonna make it work for now, for testing purposes. And this doesn't have a red stripe, this one has a white stripe. Not sure what quality wire. Oh, this is RCA, so this should be a little bit better quality wire. That, by the way, is why I decided to go with the 12 gauge for those who are wondering. Running at some pretty long distances. I think the long one, there's probably, it might be almost 100 foot on the long one. The longest one anyway. The rest of them are probably right around 50. And we'll put the white one in the red one. Oh, wait a minute. So we're going to have to route this through. Can I get this underneath here? I can. Okay, perfect. And I'll throw the power cable through there as well. This has to be stapled up yet, by the way, so if you're wondering why, wow, it looks like there's like 20 feet of extra wire there, it's because it needs to run down this diagonal beam here yet. Currently it's just dropping straight down. Okay, there we go. That mounts up pretty nicely under there. Now we need to get the speakers set up. Okay, and just to show you folks the setup from here, there's the stereo. The wire's currently running up, actually past the camera, all the way up to there. Or is it going up? No, right that one there. The electrical wires are running along this beam. You can probably see them right there. So the speaker wires are running along that one. And then like I said, I'm going to run it across to this diagonal and then down the diagonal down to the receiver there. So anyway, the speaker wires are running along up there, and then there's one mount for a speaker, and the other one is kitty corner to it. So let's get this speaker set up here. Okay everyone, installation is mostly complete. We just got to do a few cleanup tasks yet, like the wiring. Got to get that tidied up, and like I said, I'll probably replace the 16 gauge speaker wire with some more 50 gauge and get some more of that. Also, I'll probably get some banana plugs for the speakers. I forgot to show, I was going to show you folks that in the video. Like I said, that's what goes in the back of the speakers there. I just got them kind of, the wire's just clamped in there at the moment. It works, but we'll try to do it right and get some banana plugs. And like I said, we can put banana plugs too, it looks like in the back of the stereo. I'm probably not going to worry about that. That's good enough for the stereo. So yes, there's one speaker up there. And if you don't get dizzy, there's the other speaker up there. But yeah, so far, I'll have to say this appears to be blow your eardrums out through your nostrils loud. Definitely no complaints about that. Probably gonna have to look at a different FM and antenna though. I noticed the radio sounds a little staticky, as did the old one we had there too. So again, being inside the barn here, it seemed to work okay back behind the cam here when it was on my tool chest there. A little closer to the door, but back in the corner here, having a little bit of trouble picking up the stations. But anyway, folks, I think that'll do it for this video. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.